Hey friends, hope everyone's doing well. This is out of my comfort zone. I really don't like talking to myself and I don't like social media, but I was asked to do this, and sure, I will do anything where it uplifts the Lord and not myself. I'd rather be behind the scenes, and I just want to love people. But it's okay. I am willing to be vulnerable and put myself on the spot. Today, I would love to give a devotion of my testimony. I'll be coming out of Psalms 116. The whole chapter, I feel like, reflects what God has done for me and continues to do. But I'm probably going to just read a few verses and talk a little bit, and we'll keep it short, okay? And I hope everyone's faith is strong in the Lord. And if you don't, if you're not, I ask that you will remember your testimony. Remember what God has done for you. Let it build up your strength. Know that God is still moving, even in time as this, during this crisis, the coronavirus going out. We don't have to know all the answers. God knows everything. I feel like He's still in control. I know He's still in control, and I trust in Him, and I will keep moving forward with He allows me to move forward with, and leave the rest to Him. I mean, I just trust Him, and I love Him, and I'm thankful for what He's done in my life and continues to do. But I do know this: He's still in control. Psalms 116. I love the Lord because He has heard my voice and my supplications. Because He has inclined His ear to me, therefore I will call upon Him as long as I live. The pangs of death surrounded me, and the pangs of hell laid hold of me. I found trouble and sorrow. Then I called upon the name of the Lord. O Lord, I implore you, deliver my soul. When I asked the Lord to come into my life, it wasn't a same ritual where everyone goes through, God, I believe in you, this and that, with somebody else. I felt like I was done for. I was at a point where I didn't see a future when and seriously, I did do this. I would think of my future, whether it's a month, a year, a week, a day. I would try to see, what am I going to be doing? That's how messed up my brain was. And I saw total darkness. I remember this. I remember seeing total darkness. And it came to a point where I just wanted to end my life. And thank God, this day when I really called upon to the Lord, I ran into a situation where I feel like God put something right there where I couldn't follow along through with what I was wanting to do. And I ended up going back to where I was staying because I did not live at home. I was bouncing from place to place. It's just a situation which I can share my in-depth testimony some other time. But when I came back to the house and I laid in the bed, I was by myself. No one was there. I was crying. I was 19 years old. I was crying. I was bawling. I was done. I didn't know what else to do. And I said, God, if you're alive, if you're truly out there, help me, save me, something. I said, my life, and all I knew was basically the world stuff. And I said, God, I feel like I'm on Nightmare on Elm Street. Yes, the horror movie. I had to talk to him only way I knew. I feel like I'm on Nightmare on Elm Street, and I cannot get off this street. My life was a nightmare. God heard me. I didn't know it, but He heard me. I went back to my daily stuff where I was messed up in the brain, had some friends. Of course, we made bad choices, and I kept living my life like nothing ever happened. But about a month later, this was probably about my seventh time being in jail. I was in and out of jail, and the longest I served before this time was 2 weeks. Sometimes I get bonded out in a couple of days, sometimes at night, but 2 weeks, and then I had to go to court, and they finally released me. But this time I got sent to jail with a warrant, and I could not get out, and I had to serve. I served 4 months this last time, but during this time I felt like God positioned me in a place where He said, "Now you asked for this. I'm going to contain you. I'm going to pour into you." And God's people, even though we were in jail, people who were in tune with God and felt like they found God, and they would come to me, and really I felt like I could call it harassment today, but I'm thankful. I'm so thankful because they were bringing Jesus to me. And then I asked for the Bible in jail, and I read majority of the Bible in jail and started going to church and prayer nights, and totally slowly changed my life, and I could tell my language was different, the way I was thinking was different. And when I got out, it was time for me to get out of jail, which, I'm a trustee and trying to do the right thing and trying to follow this new path that I never done before, never had this opportunity. I knew the right people to contact when I got out, and they picked me up, and I was closer to people who knew Jesus than the world. It was totally different. I was hanging out with these people before I went in, and then I started hanging out with these people when I got out. And I just kept my head down, trusted in the Lord. Baby, I'm doing my devotion.
Oh,
Can
sorry.
you mind?
I don't mind.
Thank you, love.
I would drop my stuff here.
Thank you. I love you too. I will. Excuse us. I'm going to hurry up so she can come on in and do her thing. This is her pull behind camper as well. But trusting in the Lord after we got out, God started pouring into me. He gave me a new life. I started seeing a future. A wonderful, wonderful wife. Married 22 years. And never thought I would. I never thought I'd live this long. I could not picture it. My wife knows my testimony, and she's like, "You never pictured this." I said, "Babe, I see a new future now, and I want a long one. I want 100 more years with my wife and my children, 3 kids and many foster kids, and I love them all, and I love people. I want to change the way I talk, and I did change the way I talked and how I treated people, and now I love people because I don't want people to go through the things I put them through in the past. I was hard-headed. I didn't know any better. But now, since God has filled me and changed me, 22 years later, going 23, I'm just moving forward with what God has given me. I'm thankful for this time. Every moment He gives me, even though it seems like a crisis, which it is, I still trust in Him. And I still want to love you. I want to love other people. I want to love my wife, my children. And I just want to uplift Jesus in all this. This is a vulnerable situation for me right now. Haven't done this in a while, especially, which I think I would do better in front of people, but I'm not really a video person. I feel like I'm talking to myself. But I will cut it short there, and I pray that you're all doing well. And if you haven't already, please reach out if you need help during this crisis time to a ministry. And trust me, there's plenty of servants out there that wants to help and honor and serve. And thank you. Thank you. May your faith be strong. Spread the word. Trust in Jesus. Amen. Thank you.